What's going on, you guys? Flow, overcome, evolve. So, today's message is brought to you by the Divine Healing Temple and Bridget and Crystal. So, your host for today, Bridget Barr, will be going in on some important information for the new year, starting with January 1st, 2021. All right. So the first thing I want to go over with you guys is the moon energy that's going to be present, harnessing that energy, candles, and a couple of spells that you could perhaps use. And then I'm going to finally go over what the signs should be looking for during this occasion. All right. So let's get started. Releasing the old from everything actually leading up to 2020 and starting or preparing yourself to start anew in 2021. For example, you need to get rid of bad habits, difficult relationships, or relationships that really no longer serve you. They have fulfilled their purpose in your life. You also need to get rid of anything and everything else that is personally toxic towards you, including negative thought processes and thinking, right? Now, next, we're moving into harnessing the day with moon energy. So, first things first, this moon is actually considered a waning gibbous, and this waning gibbous is in Leo. So, what exactly is a waning gibbous? A waning gibbous or a waning moon is basically the moon appearing to disappear from the full moon stage. This part of the moon, or the energies that are present during this time, it's an occasion for you to release and conclude things. Okay, so that's going to be very important for you for this new year. It's very important in order for you to really tap into the energy, the things that are really available for you. You have to release and conclude that old energy. So the good news is, because this waning gibbous is at the beginning of 2021, in front of 2020, it's literally you releasing the old from everything actually leading up to 2020 and starting or preparing yourself to start anew in 2021. For example, you need to get rid of bad habits, difficult relationships, or relationships that really no longer serve you. They have fulfilled their purpose in your life. You also need to get rid of anything and everything else that is personally toxic towards you, including negative thought processes and thinking, right? Now, next, we're moving into harnessing the day with moon energy. So, first things first, this moon is actually considered a waning gibbous, and this waning gibbous is in Leo. So, what exactly is a waning gibbous? A waning gibbous or a waning moon is basically the moon appearing to disappear from the full moon stage. This part of the moon, or the energies that are present during this time, it's an occasion for you to release and conclude things. Okay, so that's going to be very important for you for this new year. It's very important in order for you to really tap into the energy, the things that are really available for you. You have to release and conclude that old energy. So the good news is, because this waning gibbous is at the beginning of 2021, in front of 2020, it's literally you releasing the old from everything actually leading up to 2020 and starting or preparing yourself to start anew in 2021. For example, you need to get rid of bad habits, difficult relationships, or relationships that really no longer serve you. They have fulfilled their purpose in your life. You also need to get rid of anything and everything else that is personally toxic towards you, including negative thought processes and thinking, right? Now, next, we're moving into harnessing the day with moon energy. So, first things first, this moon is actually considered a waning gibbous, and this waning gibbous is in Leo. So what exactly is a waning gibbous? A waning gibbous or a waning moon is basically the moon appearing to disappear from the full moon stage. This part of the moon, or the energies that are present during this time, it's an occasion for you to release and conclude things. Okay, so that's going to be very important for you for this new year. It's very important in order for you to really tap into the energy, the things that are really available for you. You have to release and conclude that old energy. So the good news is, because this waning gibbous is at the beginning of 2021, in front of 2020, it's literally you releasing the old from everything actually leading up to 2020 and starting or preparing yourself to start anew in 2021. For example, you need to get rid of bad habits, difficult relationships, or relationships that really no longer serve you. They have fulfilled their purpose in your life. You also need to get rid of anything and everything else that is personally toxic, towards you, including negative thought processes and thinking, right? Now, next, we're moving into harnessing the day with moon energy. Here are some spells that I recommend that you use. You can pause this video at any time to actually take a moment to look at the materials that you need, as well as the formations that you would like to set, or what this is actually suggesting that you put the candles in for this day. All right. Like I said, you can pause this at any moment to take a look at the materials that are needed, the colors, what type of formation, all of that. But here are 3 good candle spells that can help you during this journey. And now I will be giving you a reading on basically what the signs should look for in the upcoming new year. All right, 2021. I'll be using the Black Moon Astrology Cards. All right. The first sign I'm actually going to begin with is Aries. All right. For Aries, I have Uranus, Genius. I hope you can see that there. Sorry about that. And this is basically the Great Awakener, Rule Breaker. And basically, Aries, what you want to work on, what you want to focus on for the year, or the beginning of year 2021, is basically opening up the channels of your higher mind. Okay. Pay attention to expanding yourself, expanding your consciousness. Okay. Because 2021, we just had the great junction with Saturn and Jupiter. Okay. We've had a lot of colossal energy that moved through 2020. You pretty much can say that that was the gateway for all of us. Okay. But especially you, it's time for you to grow up, Aries, and it's time for you to step into your true spiritual power. Now, Taurus, we have Taurus. Isn't that cool? So Taurus, what you really want to work on is, continue to work on the things that you had been trying to plant the seed for in 2020. You're going to continue to work on that and nurture that in 2021. And you're going to slowly start see things coming to fruition in 2021. As soon as almost like springtime, you'll start seeing things really, really transform in front of you. All right. Next, we have Gemini. South Node, life debts. So Gemini, what you really want to work on in 2021 is really let go of those things that no longer serve you. Okay. It's a lot of things that are going on that you really need to let go of, especially, it's a lot of things, period, that you have been fighting against letting go or really trying to, delay the inevitable, so to speak. So you really need to now clear this path because this is your karma. Your karma is coming in, and you really need to recognize it. Go ahead and do what you need to do so you can move forward, so you can go ahead and grow. Next, we have for Cancer, Capricorn, I use. And what this is telling me, number one, Capricorn is actually Cancer's cardinal opposite. And Capricorn arrives in for Cancer in this reading to say that now is the time to focus on you and all your objectives in 2021. All right. So it's time to put yourself first and really focus on what it is that you truly need and want. Next, we have Leo. Ninth house, faith. So what this is saying for Leo, that, you know, all the obstacles leading up to this point, it could have been the whole year of 2020. Or it could have been events leading up to 2020. In 2021, you'll no longer have to worry about that. And you'll start seeing things kind of drop off in your favor, especially. I'm trying to get that glare out of there for you guys. A lot of this, you're going to see it turn around in 2021. And I know it's been a rough road for you Leos, but everything's going to be all right. Keep your head up and just start to really embrace the change. And above all, keep a positive mindset and overtone. Next, we have Virgo, second house Oni. And what this is saying for Virgo is, you know, whatever it is that you have been manifesting, like you've been manifesting something really hard, Virgo. Okay. And this is looking like money. Or maybe even that job that you really have been trying to sink your teeth into. Whatever it is, it's coming into fruition in 2021. And this is going to be a quick movement as well. So make sure you're keeping a positive mindset during this time and really pay attention to the signs, because once you have your opportunities opening up for you, you have to jump through that door. Don't hesitate. Don't sit there and second guess. Just go for it. All right, Virgo. Next, we have Libra, Virgo, I analyze. All right. And so what this is telling me, Libra, is you need to make sure that you are focused more on your health in 2021. You might have been neglecting that in 2020, or you might have even seen some complications in your health in 2020 or for the past 2 years now. OK, so now you can no longer ignore this. Physical, spiritual, mental, whatever it is, health is health. OK, it's no longer the time for you to ignore the signs. Okay, now it's time for you to do what you got to do in order to really become a more healthier you. Be it changing, it could be a slight modification in your diet. It could be something as small as getting a bike and starting to roam around the neighborhood. It could be something as small as just incorporating meditation into your regimen, probably once a week, and then you start to see yourself slowly pick up the pace to once every 3 days, once every 2 days, and then now it's every day. All right. So that's really important for you, Libra. Next, we have Scorpio, first house, the body. So Scorpio, what you want to do is whatever shape that you may have been in, you are rising out of that in 2021. All right. So physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, whatever it was, Scorpio, you're starting to really step up out of this kind of like either tower moment or a dark period. I don't even want to say it's a tower moment. It's more or less a dark period in your life that you're now really trying to step out of. Let me move these up here. Now we have Sagittarius, Grand Cross Provoker. All right, Sagittarius. So you need to you may find yourself entering 2021, in the midst of kind of like an existential crisis, so to speak. Everything may not even be what it seems, and it ain't. It's not as big as you think it is. It's not as horrible as you may think it to be. Oh, there goes that glare again. Sorry about that. So you need to know that everything's going to be all right. But you really, really, really need to be more optimistic with everything that's going on. Okay. So just keep your head up, trudge forward, be that optimistic, bubbly you. Don't step into that woe is me type mindset. Snap out of it, Sagittarius. That's outside of your character. All right. Next we have Capricorn, Saturn, Truth. And Capricorn, what this is saying that it may feel bad for you right now in 2021, but know that everything is going to be all right, okay? Things are going to take a remarkable, like a sharp turn for the better, okay? If you really pay too much attention into it, you're going to buy into the illusion of what's going on around you, and it's going to really feel like all is lost, it's hopeless, blah, 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 but it's not. Everything is actually really going to take a sharp turn for the better, and any illusion later on will be removed from you. Okay, so you're going to see it, and if you're like, you're not real, then it's it's going to disappear from you. Okay, it's one of those moments. All right, so make sure you be ready, and just like Sagittarius, you too, you need to be positive as well. Next we have Aquarius, and it's Pisces, I believe. All right. And so for Aquarius, this is basically saying you must start to surrender to what it is, just what's around you. OK, and take things at face value. Stop creating your own reality. All right. Because, you know, Pisces is all about illusion. All right. You just need to stop creating this illusion for yourself and just see things how they are. All right. So step out of that. And really, the more you start to step out of that illusion, the more you can start getting to work and shifting things more so in your favor. Because you may even think things are one way if you have perceived things to be one way and they're actually not as bad as they seem. Or you may have put yourself in the illusion that, you know, things aren't bad. In actuality, you're in a tower moment. You need to see things at face value. Face the demon so you can move forward away from this. Okay. Finally, we have Pisces. 10th house, the world. Pisces, this is a very good card. This is basically saying the world can be at your fingertips if you can maintain a positive focus on your reputation. This year, Pisces, starting in January, okay, 2021, anything can be yours. Just stop the negative self-talk and do not turn a blind eye to those in need. All right. Don't turn your nose up. Don't turn a blind eye. You need to make sure that you're doing all you can to, to give your contributions to your community, so to speak, quote unquote. It could really affect you in the long run. Okay. This will be setting a tone for your karma. All right. You need to do more acting. More beneficial acts or acts, a beneficial act or acts, excuse me. Yeah, so the more you set this tone for yourself, the better your year is going to be. All right, you guys. So I hope that this has been helpful for you. And I am hoping that this information is reaching you in good health. I hope that, you take this information and it benefits you in the long run. For a private reading, of course, you can hit us up in the links below. Like, share, follow. All right. Flow, overcome, evolve. I love you all and have a beautiful day. Happy New Year. New Year number 1. Stay tuned for another forecast for the true new year, which starts in the spring. And also, we're going to be doing more of the weekly forecast. So stay tuned for, the return of the weekly forecast. All right. All right. Have a great day.